We are here today on the topic how to master the art of leadership.
Absolutely. And before we start, I want to tell that it's a very short span that we have, that we will try to give you some input. Because studying leadership, and we actually do a one full day program on leadership, okay, rather 1 to 2 days, which is 12 hours, 24 hours. Now, summarizing all of that and giving you in half an hour is very difficult, but we are definitely going to try.
I feel that as you start working, you're an individual contributor.
Yes.
But when you grow up the ladder, you become a team player. And then comes a point when you're expected to manage a team.
Yes.
Or lead a team.
Absolutely.
The position is of a manager. It could be any functional manager, whether it's sales manager or it is a team lead or it is an operations manager, whatever is a function related to the manager.
Yes.
The manager is supposed to get work done from people.
Absolutely.
Now it's pretty much easy to do a task on your own, but it's very, very difficult to get it done from someone else.
Absolutely. Completely.
And that's what a manager does.
So you come to a stage of life that even if you want to, you can't be a solo player.
Yes.
In the corporate world, one stage comes when you have to get into now being a leader, being a manager. Okay. So the first very important. Yeah.
Yes. So difference. So you reach that position, you're supposed to lead a team. But somehow we get caught up in this world called as manager.
Yeah.
And that is why most managers fail in their career, because they're managing their team.
Yes.
But there are certain people, when they become your boss, you remain in touch with them even when you're not working in that same company.
Very true.
You stay in touch with them because you know they are interested in your growth. You stay in touch with them because the learnings that you had from that person are amazing. You know that that person is going to be able to guide you even 10 years down the line. These people are called leaders.
So there is a difference which I want to highlight here is, one is a solo player who has got his work, he finishes the target, he achieves it, and he is going out there. One is a manager. What does the manager do? He is managing the work. Okay, he's managing the team, he's managing. So it's more from the perspective of managing. And there is something called as a leader. Now, what does the word leader itself means? I want to tell you. The main work of a leader, that when I became a leader, my mentor told me that leadership is all about leading people. It starts from there. You're supposed to lead people from one place to another place. That's where it starts. So which means your core role is that how are you going to lead the team? Maybe 1, 2, 3. It really doesn't matter what is the number. Even if one person is there given to you, you have to lead that person life towards wherever that person wants to reach his destination, and lead these people also towards company's destination. Now that's a role of a leader, and it starts with the first point. The shift is you need to start focusing on others.
Yes. So when we say leader, the first thing that you need to understand is, I was a solo contributor, individual player. I was working on my strengths. I was delivering my best. I was performing at my peak level. I was interested in my promotion. I was growing. I was reaching out to others. How do I move?
Absolutely.
The minute I want to become a leader, my role shifts from me to others.
Absolutely.
So the first point that you need to understand of becoming a leader is, I need to focus on others. Other people in my team, my colleagues, my seniors, my juniors, my company, my organization. It's all about others. It's not about me anymore.
You'll have to get out of yourself.
So the first thing to become a leader is to focus on others. Now, when I'm saying focusing on others means what? What are you supposed to do for this others? So it's a very clear specific role that you need to play as a leader.
Yes.
You have to help your people grow.
Yes.
You have to help your people perform better. They become more efficient. Their way of thinking changes.
Very true.
Their way of working changes. They are doing much better than what they were doing yesterday with your presence.
Absolutely.
So what you need to do when you say focus on other people, it's about focusing on other people's growth.
Yes.
There could be various ways to do it. Somewhere it is asking them to do it. Somewhere it is about making relations and making them do it.
Yes.
Somewhere it is about empowering them. There are various tools and techniques that we'll discuss in the latter session.
Yeah, we'll come slowly to
But
that.
one thing very clear is you have to help them grow.
Yes.
Now, when I say grow, why that growth is required? For what purpose is the next step of a leader? So leader focuses on others. A leader is helping them grow. But why is he doing that?
Yes.
That's for a purpose or a vision.
Absolutely right.
Now, in a corporate organization, it could be the vision, the purpose of that team,
Yeah.
or that vision and purpose connected and aligned to the company's vision. That is how I'm helping my entire team to merge with the vision of a company or an organization.
Absolutely.
So if you look at all the leaders that we have had in our era before us in history, they're all people who had a vision.
Yes.
They all had a dream. They all had a purpose to life, and that is how they could lead people. So dear friends, if you want to start doing that, you first yourself have to become a visionary, or at least have some purpose, some meaning to your life.
Very true.
If I don't have a purpose to life, how will I understand what is a vision? How will I understand what is a meaning to life, right? So how do you lead person to a vision? But for that, I need to first understand. I've seen this 99.99% people who work in the corporate world are not aware of the vision of the company. They are never told. It is one statement made during possibly the company's presentations, or probably it's there on the website, or probably it would be done when you have been introduced to the company.
Very true.
So during the orientation, the HR is going to tell this is the vision of the company. But no one ever thinks about that vision. And that is why people come and go.
Absolutely.
That is why people don't stay. That is why it becomes difficult for a company to achieve a vision, because that's the role of a leader.
Yes.
A leader is the one who should drive people to accomplish that vision. For example, you want to suggest some example of leadership? Like, for example, if you look at Martin Luther King, was very clear. He wanted to shift the Americans. So he had a very clear-cut goal, purpose, vision, and that's why he could lead so many people who came there, heard a speech, and made the change. Similarly, in our country, we have
Gandhi.
Yes.
What a greatest example.
Absolutely.
The vision was so clear that he made 200 million people follow that vision. It's not easy, okay, what he has achieved. Same in the corporate world. Every corporate, like for example, every company who grows, they have a vision, and the leaders are able to stick to that vision, and they are able to achieve that vision. Every company has that. Okay, that's something which is very important.
So if you want to grow as a leader, then the first thing you need to really see is, what is the vision of my organization
Absolutely.
or my company? If tomorrow I have to lead this team of people, what are we here to achieve? What is the purpose behind doing all of this? When I understand that purpose and I align myself to that vision,
Yes.
that's how I'll be able to lead my team or my people to achieving that or accomplishing that vision.
Absolutely.
Now, there's a powerful vision. We have to accomplish that. We have set the direction. We are going to move towards the direction. So what are the pillars which I will use to move ahead? What is that guiding principle? So there are two very clear-cut important things. The first one is values. So if you're looking at the company's vision, it's generally followed by the values that the company follows.
Yes, very true.
Without values, I'll be like a destination without anyone to guide me. There's no compass.
Yes.
Right? There is no anchor.
It's always vision and values.
Absolutely. So the value, what is the value of the company? Now I can only understand values when I have some certain values that I stick to.
Yeah.
And all of us, knowingly or unknowingly, have a set of values that we believe in.
Very true.
So values and set of beliefs, something which I'm 100% sure of. This is how life works.
Yes.
This is how work happens. This is how relationships are built.
Yes.
This is how I can grow. This is how I can lead others.
Very
This
true.
is how the world runs. For everything and anything, there is a belief system that I have created.
Yes.
They can be situational, they can be related to me, they can be based on the environment that I've been groomed, but we all have certain beliefs in our life, and that becomes our compass to move ahead in life. If it doesn't fit into my belief, I'm not able to do it with that kind of conviction.
Very true.
So set of values and set of beliefs. Would you like to tell some of your beliefs and values?
So my biggest value in my life is all about serving people. Okay, contribution or serving people is the most important thing that I value is serving people. So no matter what business I do, no matter what business we are into, the core value given to the employees is no matter what, serve the client. That's the core that we have kept as our company, that the first thing should be focusing and serving the client. Then serve your people who are working for you. And then, you serve yourself. So serving people is the biggest value that I've always lived with.
Right. So is true with me. My vision is that I lead people to fulfill their dreams. That's my purpose of life. That's the reason I got into coaching.
Yeah.
And how? By helping them tap their innate potential.
Absolutely.
Now, if I'm going to do this, then my first value or my first belief, not even value, my first belief is that people have innate potential.
Absolutely.
They all, each one of us,
yes,
as human beings, have immense potential. We just don't know how to tap that potential.
Absolutely.
Now, if that's not my belief, I will not be able to lead my clients to growth.
Yes.
They will not ace in their career. They will not progress in their career. It's me. It's my conviction in them that they can do better, that they're able to reach
At
there.
the same time, I always have a belief that there is always a solution to any problem. There is no problem on this earth which cannot be solved. This is the belief I had as a sales guy. This is the belief I had as an entrepreneur. This is the belief I have a coach. This is the belief that I have as a husband or father or son or whatever, that there is a solution to every problem.
So that's what it's for me, that there is a way. There is a way. I've still not found it, but there is a way.
Absolutely.
And when I continuously find the way, I'm able to help my clients also. When they say, this is what I want to achieve, and there's nothing seen.
Yes.
My belief guides me and I can find the path and help them.
Absolutely. There is a beautiful story I want to narrate of one of my clients. It was 5 years back. I started coaching him and he came because his wife bought him and they were into a manufacturing business. So he used to go in the factory, reach there at 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock. Okay, she used to reach at 8 o'clock. He used to reach at 11 o'clock and he used to go out and he used to come at 8 o'clock. Just wandering here and there, spending time unnecessarily. It was more of a joke that he had become in that industry. And that's how he came here. And everybody had stopped believing. They felt that he's a useless guy and he's never going to do anything. Then the wife, when I met him, I said, no, one day this guy is going to do extremely well. He's going to be focused. I believed in him. I believe in his potential. And in a just span of 1.5 years, that guy became so focused that they started doing so well. Rather, I remember almost 3 days back, he said that we bought our own unit of 2,000 square feet. Wow. Where they had started, their unit was on rental, was 350 square feet. And he called me, thanks to you, sir, that had it not been for you, I would have never dreamt of being the person I am, that today, 18 hours I work, from 6 employees, they have come out to 52 employees, and they are doing business with name the best of the companies in the manufacturing. They are doing business with them. Absolutely. And they bought 2,000 square feet of their own. He said, I've just bought the land. I'm going to work it in 6 months inauguration. And you and ma'am has to come and inaugurate. It's only because of you. Now
if you look at his communication skills,
nothing.
He doesn't know proper English.
No English. He's 7th standard pass.
Absolutely. He's not a polished guy, but he and his wife put together have been able to crack MNCs.
Yeah.
Where he was a third party vendor.
Yeah.
Not to principal company, to a vendor.
Vendor. That is how it was. So the principal company gave a job to one vendor, second, and these were the third vendors servicing them. Correct. And from there, today I'm talking companies like Tata Motors, Hyundai. These are the company they have cracked and they're working direct vendors for them. That is what happens, because when I met him, I believe this guy, because I believe every person, and that's the strength. The biggest secret of our 100% results in every client who comes to us, who gets coached, is because we believe in
their potential. We believe in their potential, and that's how we are able to lead them.
Absolutely.
So it's absolutely a clear belief when a client comes to me, no matter what situation he must be in. We know there is a way.
Yes.
And we know they'll be able to make it happen because I believe in their potential. Right? Same way talking about values. So one of the most important value for me would be ensuring that my clients get result.
Yeah.
Ensuring. So that's my standard. I don't go below that.
Yeah.
Till he doesn't get the result, I don't stop. I continue doing that. Our work is very authentic. So authenticity is one of my value.
True.
I don't tell what I don't practice on my own. That's my authenticity.
Absolutely.
So anyone who comes to me and lives life, or anyone who's been with me for years, that one of my client was telling this, that I've seen you, he's been with us for 5 years now. And he's seen how every time when he's seen us, he said, you've been walking the talk. Every time I've seen you, this is how you live life. This is how you prioritize.
Absolutely.
This is what you do. This is how you spend your day. There is nothing in this 5 years I found that you have not done, which you have been talking about. So that's my authentic self. That's his authentic self. And that's why the clients believe in us. So values are very, very important.
Very true.
So your set of values and your belief system. These are the two bases on which you can lead your team for achieving that purpose or that vision for the company.
Right.
So guys, for that, now for these two things, the most crucial thing is, am I as a person having a set of belief or values? So the leadership journey actually begins from me. When I start with myself, what am I here for? What am I going to do out of my life? What am I here to create? Who do I want to become? What's the purpose of my life? What is that I want to achieve? If I'm not clear, if I don't have any purpose and vision to my life, I will not be able to lead others to make it happen.
Very true.
Am I aligned to the vision of the company? So, most of the people, when you find that they're happy in an organization and they're delivering to their peak, they're really passionate about their work. If you reflect back, you'll find that their vision and values match with the company's vision and value. The company is also living to the vision and values, and they are aligned with that person. And that is why both of them are able to lead a company together.
Why it's so big? You are working somewhere, you have leaders, you have bosses, you only think which person you go to. Someone who follows what he says, someone who is in line with the vision of the company, or someone who is not at all following anything. You will not go to that person. You think yourself. There are a lot of people working with you, but you always go to that person. He may not be your immediate superior or your immediate boss, but you will go to that person which you know that this person is the person who can guide me, because he's living the life that he talks about, and he's living the life that I want to live. So just becoming a manager or just by position reaching there, it doesn't work. Leaders are people who have earned that respect. You have to earn it, and it only happens when you walk the talk. It's as simple as that, can you?
So respect and trust, I think, to just add that, that's one very important quality a leader needs to have. That is, people trust him.
Yes.
Now, where does this trust come from? This trust comes from when you're living up to those values and the beliefs that you're telling your people to make it happen. So very important quality in a leader is not only having a set of beliefs and values, but living to those values even in the time of crisis.
Yeah.
And that is why we have seen that companies who sustained in crisis, people didn't leave the organization and go, were people who were aligned with the values and the vision.
Very true.
They were aligned with the leader. The leader led them. They worked together in the crisis for the organization to grow. And after the crisis, they emerged much more stronger.
Absolutely.
History has proven this.
Yes.
That if people get aligned to your vision and your beliefs, then they're 100% following up with you. They are going to live with you, and they're going to ensure that they give their lives for
Absolutely.
you. For example, like Gandhi, Dheeraj just spoke about Mahatma Gandhi talking about principle of non-violence.
Yes.
I still can't imagine and digest this concept that we are fighting for freedom against people who have guns which are loaded. And this one man is telling people, without picking up a weapon, we can still get freedom. But he made it happen.
Absolutely.
Why? Because he
Believed in this concept.
Yes. So he believed in his vision. He had a set of values, and he
Yes.
led people with those values.
Yes.
He lived to it. That's why people admire him. And today, after so many years, after he not existing on this planet, we still refer to him.
Absolutely.
Worldwide, he's appreciated as a leader. So most important quality, having a vision and values and beliefs which support that vision, right? Now, once all this is done, then I need to be able to communicate this vision, these values to my people down the line.
Yes.
And how do I communicate that? By living up to them. It's not about big, huge promises, big talks, but living on it daily basis.
Absolutely.
That's how you can build trust in your people. And believe me, when the trust and respect is there for the leader, there is no one stopping him from achieving what he's up to.
Yep.
So in short, from your perspective, what's a leader and what is he supposed to do? Let's just sum up this the next time.
So as I said, leader is all about one person who leads people, a set of people from one place to another place to the destination that they want to reach, at the same time, the destination that company wants to reach. That's what is the beauty of a job of a leader in the corporate world, that he has to achieve the destination of the company and the destination of teammate. Now he's there in between like a bridge, okay, like a flyover. And that's what he needs to have huge power in him to able to lift these people, take them together to achieve the company's mission and vision. And to do that, they need immense amount of values, vision, and beliefs. It's not possible otherwise. If you don't have those values, if you don't have those beliefs, and you turn out to be a weak person, you turn out to be a coward, then it is very, very difficult to become a great leader. Become those leaders whom you would want to become like. So if your immediate boss is someone whom you don't want to be like, and if you become like them, the same thing your juniors will feel. But there are someone whom you want to go up to, look up to, you should also aim to become like them. That is what is the whole idea that we thought we'd share with you today.
Right. So dear friends, let's just reiterate all the points,
yes,
so that you remember. So first, leadership is all about others.
Others.
It's not about you.
Yourself.
So you start focusing on others.
Yes.
And when you say focusing on others means what? You're helping them grow.
Yes.
You're supporting them for what they are here to achieve.
Yes.
And what is that? You're leading them towards a purpose or a vision.
Yes.
To accomplish that vision, what you need is values and beliefs. How can you lead them? When people respect and trust you. How do you establish this respect and trust? Is by living with those values and beliefs. So you're walking the talk, you're
yes,
just not talking. And when that's happening, you are 100% going to lead your entire team to the vision that you have decided,
absolutely,
to the destination you want to take them.
Absolutely.
So for all of you who have attended this live session, and for all of you who are going to watch this recording later,
yes,
for us to be able to maintain this continuity of leadership, the first assignment for you today is, I want you to sit and think, what's your purpose of life? What is the vision that you have? What is that you have set out to accomplish? Think. There are various ways you can find that also.
Yes.
But think. I think that's the first step. Start thinking, what are you here for? The second thing is, what are the values that I want to live up to or
yes,
have been living up to?
Yes.
Do I need to add some more to the list that I have?
Yes.
Can I look up to someone and see these are the values even I would like to inculcate?
Yes.
So a list of values that you would like to inculcate or you're already living to. And your beliefs. Are these empowering beliefs? So believe about yourself, believe about your people, believe about your relationship, believe about the world, believe about life, believe about your company, believe about what you're doing. We all have beliefs in every area of life because
Yes.
that's the compass which directs us. So what are my beliefs? Are they good enough or I need to change them? If they're good enough, then what are those? I want you to be ready with your vision, with your values and your beliefs.
Beliefs.
And both of us will lead you to becoming an
Absolutely.
amazing leader. Guys, this I can tell you with 100% authenticity and guarantee. My clients have grown. One of the most important reasons for that growth was we've helped them become amazing leaders.
Absolutely.
They come to us when they're an individual contributor or they've just become a manager.
Yes.
But we take them from a manager to a leader.
Leadership.
And that's why they succeed wherever they go.
100%.
And their team is really happy with them.
Yes.
In today's era, where we are talking about the great resignation period, you are such an asset if you can retain your team. You are such an asset if you can lead your team through the crisis. And all that only a true leader can make it happen.
Absolutely.
So if you want to be an asset to your organization, if you want to achieve something great in life, you need to lead. And the matter of fact is, we don't only lead at work, we also lead in the family.
Absolutely. I think we are leaders everywhere. Even if somebody is a housewife, she's leading the children. If you're a father, you're leading your children. If you're a son, you're leading your parents. So we are leaders in friends, family, society, and in work. Everywhere we are leaders. So these qualities of leadership is going to be helpful in all aspects of life. So please do this exercise. This is what we do with our client. Every session we end for our client is an exercise for the next session. And that's what we are actually doing. We're actually practically now coaching all of you here. So that's what we want you to do. Do this exercise and let's